The start of the championship match, Kim Terrell winning 205 to 199 over Dee Dee Davidson, and she opens up by tripping out the 4, but the 10-pin stands.
Finishing strong last game. Comes back here on lane 35 now. The ball coming up a little bit high. You've got to thread a needle out there.
It's an accurate description. Not a lot of room to play with, and just because you throw the ball in the 1-3 doesn't necessarily mean you're going to strike. And in this situation, you better not do one thing, and that's miss a spare.
No, it might just come down to whoever picks up their spares. It's hard to say.
The deliberate one, Nikki Gianulias. Never rushes into any shot.
52 career television appearances, career earnings $353,000. She's 31 years old and been on tour for 13 years.
And as we've seen already on a couple of occasions in the championship round, going just a touch right with it and leaving the bucket.
Now Nikki will go real direct, throw the ball very hard at this spare. She does, especially with all her left-handed spares.
Beautiful conversion.
And a little sigh of relief as she hit on the left side of the 2-pin, aiming more probably for the right side, but whatever gets the job done, she will take it.
The ladies have done remarkably well in shooting the spares in the championship round this evening.
Nikki, again, very basic. Actually starts the ball before her feet. She takes 4 steps. She's going to get to the line, comes through the ball. A very strong, very powerful player. A lot of ball speed. Had a lot of problems with her wrist lately. Tendonitis in the wrist has creeped up a bit into her elbow, but mostly in the wrist area.
A player that does a lot of practicing as well. Crossing over, we've seen a couple of Brooklyns. See another one in the championship game.
She tried to tighten up from leaving the bucket, and it's a natural instinct to do. You tighten up, and then all of a sudden the ball's going to hook early on you. So that was a perfect explanation of what the players are shooting on.
Kim Terrell with 2 strikes on the right-hand lane in the semifinal game finds herself a little light.
Well, both these players very similar in their styles, how they throw the ball, the way they like to go away with it. And I think they're going to get the same ball reaction on this pair, as we've already seen. Kim coming up high on 35, trying to make the adjustment and going light on 36.
Well, if you're a numbers fan, Kim had the lowest average on the championship round pair of 204 throughout the week. Nikki had the highest at 239.5. And the first missed spare of the championship game. Door swings wide open for Nikki Gianulias as Kim Terrell chops in the second. A recap of the Garland Centennial Open. Sue Neidig with a 214-181 victory over Jackie Sellers. Very good game, game number 2, 233 to 228. And then Kim Terrell simply hung on as Dee Dee Davidson threw a very good shot in the 10th frame, but left a 10-pin. High as well on the left-hand lane, and the 6-10 remains.
For Kim, it's going to be a matter of getting in a little bit deeper on 35. That ball, she appeared to have the ball speed. The execution was good, and to overcome this over-under reaction that both of these players are getting, you've got to move a little bit left, and they did that last night, and I just think that they're reluctant to do it a little bit here tonight.
And now the 6 off the 10. So disaster strikes in the second and the third, and Nikki Gianulias may be just handed her second win of the season on a silver platter.
I think you jinxed the players here, Danny, prior to us talking about it.
The odds are against him. You keep leaving multiple pin spares on difficult conditions, and sooner or later you're going to start to miss them. Might not have seen the last one at this point.
Deeper inside there, around 17, and then the ball only making it out to about 15, 14. So Nikki was playing deeper than most of the players all week.
Not necessarily because that's where you wanted to play, but also she has the ability physically to keep moving left and striking.
Well, she gets a lot more rotation than other players do, and she's able to get the ball back and hold on line. Other players get in that deep, they're going to be leaving a lot of pocket splits and not able to kick out the 10. Nikki, with that real strong release, is able to get the revolutions on the bowling ball that causes all the pin carry.
Elsewhere down the top 24 list, Carol Giannotti, the lady from down under, in 16th place. Stacy Ryder, number 17. Anne-Marie in the 19 slot. And our statistician, Linda Thomas, in the top 24 this week. Former Player of the Year, Robin Romeo, 23rd. Cheryl Daniels, 22nd. And Kathy Suzanne, number 24. And Tish Johnson in the unenviable position of being the alternate this week. No fun to be the alternate.
Not unless somebody goes out and you get to play, but that's not always nice to go in for an injured player.
No, not only because the player's been injured, but obviously you start at the bottom of the stack as well. So Nikki Gianulias through the nose. All right, a question for you now. Leala, you're mentioning the fact that you're maybe a little surprised that players don't go in a little bit deeper. When you practice on the championship round pair, do you try and throw from 3 or 4 different angles just to see what kind of reaction you get? Or if you get a decent reaction from where you've been playing all week long, do you stay right there?
Well, if you're getting a decent reaction, I assume that you're going to stay right there, or I have. That's probably one of my downfalls. It appears right now that these players may have needed to try something. Nikki in one round did play the channel. She's not getting a good reaction out or inside at all.
All right, so another spare for Nikki G as she leads by 23, but this one's far from over. In Garland, Texas, we'll be back with more of the championship game right after this. We're away. We have some time constraints, some problems presented because of lack of strikes. Kim Terrell came up and threw a double for us. Nikki G with a couple of spares in the 5th and the 6th, and we have a 9-pin match here at the midway point.
Right now, Kim wanting to make up for those 2 open frames. Comes up a little high.
We might add that she threw a Brooklyn on lane 36 when we were in commercial. Testy pair of lanes. These 2 ladies are utilizing all of their abilities and experiences and knowledge, but sometimes that's not enough.
That's right. You feel like you need to go into a hat and draw something else out. You get very locked up in what you're doing, and a lot of things are going through your mind, and a lot of times that's the worst. But you're almost like a computer brain, and you're running all the memory through right now.
Well, she's already missed a couple of spares, nearly missed a third. She trails by 11.
When you're concentrating so hard on trying to find a strike line, a lot of times you let the spares get away from you, and you take it for granted, and you just kind of get up there and really not think about the spare shot.
Yeah, but see, these are the matches I love, because then the most resourceful player, the player that's able to figure them out and do what you have to do, make the pressure shots, those are the ones that win. At this level, that's what it's all about.
Well, that's what Nikki likes best about being a professional bowler, the challenge to be the best each week. And I think that's a great goal to set for yourself.
Looked like Kim went with a little less revolution hook that time, maybe tightened up the line just a touch, so these players are making the fine adjustments. Now it's a question of who makes them the quickest.
Well, maybe trying to stay behind the ball a little bit rather than coming around the side of it to keep the ball straighter on line through the front part of the lane. Possibly spotting a little bit farther down the lane would get the ball going a little bit longer.
Or maybe you flatten the wrist up a little bit. You take something off. There's a lot of different ways that you can attack a pair of lanes like this.